Hello guys, welcome to the channel Knowledge Share. So as you all know that we have been practicing our reading skills in the last few days. So today is the next session in which we will be practicing our reading skills to the next level. So let's begin with the article from the Hindu newspaper. So this is the article from the Hindu newspaper. It says the headlines of this news. The title of this article is "Curbing on-air bigotry." The distinction between free speech and hate speech should be at the heart of regulation. The Supreme Court poses to the Union government on the measures it can and is willing to take against communally slanted television coverage should not end in undesirable consequences. The questions appear to be an attempt to elicit a commitment to a course of action that will curb inflammatory journalism on broadcast media. However, the court's warning that if the government fails to explain its mechanism to deal with the problem it would create on its own may take the debate down a slippery slope. The court is hearing petitions against the communal color given by some channels to the incidence of large clusters of COVID-19 infections among those who attended a Tablighi Jamaat event in New Delhi. The portrayal of the participants as international super spreaders was vicious and motivated. Curiously, the center seems reluctant to intervene while the court seems to be batting for greater media regulation. The center's affidavit stated that media coverage predominantly struck a balanced and neutral perspective and that it was open to the viewers to choose from a number of varying perspectives given by the different media channels. However, the court is keen to know what action has been taken under the Cable Television Network's regulation against act against of offending broadcasters. One hopes that the center's position arises from a commitment to media freedom and is not based on partisan leniency towards channels that peddled a certain narrative that suited its interest. The court appears unconvinced that the present mechanism of self-regulation, the National Broadcasting Standards Authority, is effective. It would be in order if the self-regulation mechanisms deal with the departures from normative journalism, and the government is, in any case, empowered under the Act to prohibit transmission of programs that violate the Program or Advertising Codes, Section 19, and even an entire channel in public interest, Section 20. In the past, channels have been asked by the INB Ministry and INB Ministry to take some programs off the air. There is no doubt that egregious violations of norms are not uncommon. Depending on the damage done to individuals or institutions or even society at large, there is enough scope for action under the penal law. However, there is a class of violation of norms in broadcasting that stands apart. The case of Sudarshan News, which began a series that propagated hate against Muslims, is a flagrant example. The government has merely administered a caution to the channel and asked it to moderate the content of future episodes and avoid breaching the program code. In September, while ordering the suspension of further episodes, the government distinguished between free speech and hate speech. The distinction should be at the heart of any order, creating a new mechanism, if at all one is needed, to deal with the broadcast media excesses. So this was the today's article, and while reading, you might have noticed it that it is basically about the media and the distinction between the free speech and the hate speech. As you know that uh, media plays an important role in the democracy, because media has the responsibility to open out the fact that is not working. So, as we all know, that media is also called as the fifth pillar of democracy. The main role and the responsibility of the media is to be unbiased. But nowadays, as you have seen in the past few months, that media is becoming biased day by day. Not only in the matters of the parties, but also in the matter of general interest as well. Because you see, what happened that you might have heard about the Sudarshan News. What happened that the editor of that particular channel, what it said, he said that in the Indian civil services exams, Muslim persons are filtered by the foreign foreign funded universities or by the foreign funded organizations. So this is a very crucial blame that is put on the Muslim people, and it's because those people are also fighting for the country. And in this way, if a particular kind of channel is saying this kind of thing, it will hurt the mentality of the Muslims. It will definitely play a very important role in breaking the country apart. So the media has to judge its word. What is it saying? What are the basic things it is saying? What is it trying to bring peace in the community, or it is trying to raise communal riots or the communal problems? So what one should do, the one what one should do is important thing. Media should judge its own word, what it is saying. So that's why later on some people even uh, petitioned against the Sudarshan news, and it was blocked for particular period of time. So the other thing which which I wanted to talk that which I wanted to highlight here is mainly about the thing like the Tablighi Jamaat, which said in the past few months, the media channels also proclaimed it that few of the some Muslims were responsible for spreading of the coronavirus in India, which was not that fact. It was equally the responsibility of all the people, not of any particular religion. It was the responsibility of all the. So you saw that the editor was trying to make the persons realize, or make the citizens realize that what are the important duties or the responsibilities of the media here. Okay, so this was the thing, and so you might have seen that this was the great information that we received from today's article. Thank you.